Welcome to the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. And guess where we are in your neighborhood today? Come on, take a chance. Come on, you want to bet that you can guess? Come on, I'll bet you double or nothing. Come on, we'll get out the dice, we'll roll for it. You can do it, I'm sure you can. Yeah, we'll take a look where we are. We're at the Hollywood Casino in Perryville, Maryland. I'm Ken Kudrowski, and you're on location. Well, thank you for joining me here on location. I'm Ken Kudrowski, of course, and every show seems to be different, and there's no exception here. When was the last time I did a show at a gambling casino? Well, never. So I'm going to find out all about it, and to help me find out more about it is Matt Heiskell. Matt,
oh,
hey.
Thanks. Great having you here. Appreciate it.
Thanks for letting me be here.
Oh, my pleasure.
In your domain here. I feel like I'm lost in Wonderland here with all the bells and whistles and gizmos.
I'll show you around as necessary.
Yeah. No, what you have to do is tell me the secret so when I put my card in there, all this money comes rushing out.
All right, we'll just tell everybody today.
Yeah, we'll tell everybody. Well, listen, we're here at the Hollywood Casino. So how long have you guys been here in Perryville?
So the casino is actually coming up on its 10th anniversary this next year.
That old?
Yeah, we were the first in the state.
First in the state.
And a few years ago, we actually celebrated our 5th. I was here. We held a huge party. It was a great event, and we're looking to do something great again this year to celebrate the 10th. So sometime, around next September, when we hit the 10-year anniversary, we'll be in great shape to have a big event.
Okay, I'll give you my home address.
There you go.
I'm looking for the invitation.
All right, you got it.
That'd be great. So, it's a Hollywood casino. It seems to me there are a lot of Hollywood casinos scattered hither and yon.
Right.
So, you guys aren't owned by the same corporation?
No, there are Hollywoods all across the country. Most of them
all across the country?
Yeah, absolutely. Most of them are owned by a company called Penn National Gaming.
Yeah.
That's the company that started this property. And then in 2013, a company called Gaming and Leisure Properties took over this property, and that's when I came on to run it after Penn National left.
Well, then that leads me to ask you, what experience did you have in the, what do you call it, the gaming?
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
What experience did you have in gaming before landing here?
Well, I've been in gaming for 13 plus years, something like that.
Well, you're not that old.
Well, I'm getting there. But, I actually started in kind of a different way. I started out of business school. Harrah's Entertainment, now Caesars Entertainment at the time, recruited out of business schools across the country to bring people in at kind of a higher level, but then to train them in the business after their MBA. I actually started in Tunica, Mississippi, which is not necessarily a garden spot, but it was a great learning place for casinos.
There's a casino in Tunica, Mississippi?
At the time, there were 11.
11?
So I think there are fewer now, but I started off down there, and I worked really kind of from the ground up early on. I worked as a slot attendant and a slot manager on the floor doing shift work and really learning the business and how the things that our employees go through, the things that our customers go through, that sort of thing. So I was there for about 5 years. I was director of slots and then director of operations at a place called the Horseshoe. And then I also ran kind of our efficiency business. We call it lean. So where you go in and try to find ways to make a bed faster or ways to make a sandwich faster in the kitchen, how to get more efficient, that sort of thing.
You said you were a slot attendant. What does that do? You go and make sure the machines are operating right?
Now, you really help customers try to, with regards to, you pay off jackpots, and then you help customers with different things associated with the slots. So I did that for 5 years, then I moved to St. Louis for a couple of years to work in the business there.
Are there any slot machines left in the world where real money actually still comes out of the machine, or is that all gone?
No, it's all tickets now for the most part. So there may be somewhere in the country where there's an old novelty machine or something like that, but for the most part it comes out as a ticket, and then the customer is able to take that and turn it in.
Yeah, because back in the day when I did go to casinos more often, I loved that cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching,
Right.
cha-ching. That was very visceral. That was very...
Still makes the sound, but the nice part is that the machines don't clog up anymore. It doesn't take a long time to refill them, that sort of thing. It's a lot better experience for customers.
Are you guys open 24 hours?
We are, yeah, absolutely.
7 days a week?
7 days a week, we never close.
You never close?
No, not at all. So
you just roll past all those patriotic holidays and religious holidays and...
Basically, any time of day a customer can expect to be able to come in here, regardless of whether it's a holiday or not. You know, I've worked many a holiday in my day in the casino business. That's just kind of part and parcel to working in the business, and our customers expect to be able to come here on those days as well.
What's it like in here on Christmas?
It can be busy depending on the time
Yeah,
frame. I mean,
depending-
it's definitely going to be slower
Yeah.
based on that. But then, you know, there are cultures that may come in that don't necessarily celebrate Christmas and that sort of thing.
Right,
so,
right,
so
sure.
we've got we've always got somebody who's looking to come in here.
Wow, wow. All right, now, I couldn't do it. I mean, I would say slots, but besides slot machines, what other kind of games or machinery or what have you do you have here?
Right.
So when people park their cars, they can come in here and they can go nuts having fun.
Well, we offer table games, so
table games, and-
roulette, blackjack, craps, and then a number of different varieties of games. We have poker as well.
Poker, yeah.
So that's available to anybody who wants to come and play poker for a while. And then we also have off-track betting here as well. So customers that want to bet on horse races across the country can come here and do that.
And when the day comes, and it'll probably be within the next year or so, and it's sports betting, you'll probably be all set up for that.
If we get there to a point in the state
we get there.
where we can have it, then certainly we'll be interested in joining because
Yeah.
our competitors in surrounding states,
They're
they
already
all
doing
have
it.
it,
They're
right?
already
So
doing it.
we're behind on that a little bit.
I've never played a table game, so if somebody comes in here and plays a table game, I mean, are those available 24 hours a day too?
Yes, maybe not all the tables, but we're certainly probably going to have blackjack available 24 hours a day.
So blackjack is the game.
Most customers, when they're playing table games,
Because
want to play
yeah,
blackjack.
They
Right.
understand 21 and
Sure, absolutely.
hitting or whatever that's. I probably fit into this category. I think I know something about casinos. Obviously, I was online on your website last night,
right.
and I talked to your director of marketing, and
Yeah.
I went back and relived some experiences that I've had in Vegas and some other casinos that I've been in. But I don't pretend to be an expert. What do you do with somebody who wants to come here, you know, but isn't sure exactly how the whole place works?
Sure. Well, slots are relatively self-explanatory, but from a table games perspective, we actually offer some training classes for customers. So we'll put a notice out there to people that are interested. Come on in. We'll teach you how to play blackjack. We'll teach you how to play craps. And we do a lot of that. Also, often dealers will help you at the table, right? If you're curious about what a particular strategy is, that sort of thing, we'll help and assist you kind of feel comfortable with those moves.
Gee, I mean, if I'm a customer and the dealer is giving me advice, I'm thinking, who's he helping here?
Well, that's all good. I mean, ultimately it's all based on percentages, right?
Yeah, right.
So, if somebody asks or if somebody says, "Is that the right move?"
Yeah.
Oftentimes somebody will help out with regards to that.
All right. So besides gaming, and for those of you who are out there in TV land, you can see behind me, and you'll probably see other shots of other locations here in the casino, other types of games. But besides the machines, besides the gaming, what else do you offer here in the casino?
So we have a couple of restaurant offerings.
Yeah.
We have a Green Turtle, which is similar to any Green Turtle you've seen in the Maryland, as a greater Maryland area. We have Green Turtle Express, which is a quick serve deli concept where you get kind of a grab and go or go get a quick sandwich, that sort of thing. And then we have retail as well. So we've got a gift shop where if you want to spend a few dollars on some apparel or some other things, we've got it all in there for you.
So you can get a t-shirt that says, "I won money
There you go.
at the Hollywood Casino."
We can get you one, I'm sure.
Or the other one that says, "I lost some money at the Hollywood Casino."
That happens too.
Yeah. Well, it's like
I know, it happens when I gamble as well, so I understand.
I should have brought my dice. I should have brought my dice. All right, you've been here for 10 years. You've changed hands. So what's the bottom line? Are you doing a good job here? Are you making some money?
Yeah, absolutely. We wouldn't be in the business if we weren't.
Well,
but,
you could have, not every business is successful.
That's certainly true. It's happened in a lot of casinos that haven't been. But
Yeah.
we're doing really well. I mean, I'm proud of where this, after everything settled down in Maryland, once all the casinos were here, I think we've settled into kind of exactly where we figured we would be. It is unique in that it's the only rural casino that's surrounded by all these other states that also have casinos. So that lends a bit of a challenge. And we certainly have challenges coming up with more casinos coming into Pennsylvania. But in terms of where we are in the state of Maryland, I think it's exactly where it was supposed to be, knowing that eventually that competition was going to be coming in Maryland.
So being on an off-ramp of I-95 has to be wonderful for you.
Certainly helps. We get a lot of transient traffic, so people that just kind of see it as they're driving and say, hey, I'll give that a shot. And because it's so easy on and off, a lot of customers really appreciate that, right? They may be on their way home on a commute and then quickly get off, come and play for a little bit and then get home. Or they just don't necessarily want to park and walk a long way at some casinos, that sort of thing. So for us, it's really nice to have it be so convenient right off the highway.
So if they've been driving all the way from Florida, they can say, you know what, sweetheart, let's stop there. We can have some fun, get something to eat, and then we'll go back on our way to New York City.
We'll take any Floridians that want to come this way. Then that's fine.
You've got a big neighbor coming to you soon. Was it the Great Wolf Lodge?
They should be, yeah. We're excited to have them. I think it's going to be a great addition to Chesapeake Overlook and to Perryville in general. It's just really great to see development in this area, and obviously we're bringing a new customer base into this area to help us out too. So we're thrilled to have them joining us. And if they come in, there'll probably be other restaurants and who knows what'll come next. That's the hope. If there's any additional development that comes from that, from having, finally a critical mass of businesses in this area, it can only be great for this town and this county.
Okay, now every time you listen to the news and they talk about casinos, they talk about this is what the state gets. The state gets X amount of dollars or whatever it is. So we know the state gets money.
Right.
I don't know how much, but we're told the state gets money. Being a retired school administrator, I'm always wondering, how about the schools? How are the schools making out like this? So what about the schools, Matt?
Well, the bulk of our tax revenue, actually for us, 61% of our revenue from slot machines goes to the Education Trust Fund.
Play that back again.
Right.
61% of the profits from the slots?
61% essentially goes to a fund, the bulk of which is the Education Trust Fund to help out with schools and needs for students. A smaller percentage within that goes to local impact grants. So Cecil County, for instance, will take a chunk of the money that comes from the tax revenue and they will devote it to needs if somebody somebody applies for a grant. So we've done everything from helping to fund construction at the local zoo to substance abuse programs in the area, or even if the county or somebody needs another vehicle in their fleet, those type of things.
61% seems like a big number to me.
It's a large chunk of money.
And that's for schools again. I know I'm being repetitive.
Well, that's the whole chunk of tax revenue that's taken, right? But essentially the bulk is taken for the Education Trust Fund.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, how about future expansion? I mean, would the fact that you've got the Great Wolf Lodge next door to you cause you want to make some changes to the building? It
does. We're looking heavily and working with our partners at the Green Turtle to potentially make that open for families. Right now, it's 21 and up in this building. So that would be something that if we had Great Wolf come in next door, we'd love to have the opportunity to have those families potentially be able to come over into our business. We've got an amenity outside, which is a patio for slot machines where customers are allowed to smoke because Maryland casinos are non-smoking. So we may look to expand that over the course of time because it's a popular amenity here for some customers. And then in general, if business is on an uptick anywhere, we'll do anything to try to expand the gaming floor of the business if it's there.
How do you play slots in the rain?
It's not in the rain, it's covered.
Oh, I was going to say.
Can't do it in the rain.
No, especially with all the electronics. And
Yeah,
everything.
no. There's no danger to
Don't
anybody.
touch it.
I'm getting wet out there, so it's all good.
Yeah. Well, Matt High School. I guess that was Gambling 101.
There you go.
Almost everything I wanted to know about gambling and the Hollywood Casino in Perryville. Thank you for spending time with me in your facility here on location. And we're going to take a look around the casino. Hopefully I'll make big bucks. If I do, somebody else is going to do their end of the show. But if not, I'll be back and I'll finish the show. So please stay tuned. Welcome back. You're on location on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel, and I'm Ken Kiedrowski, and we're still here at the Hollywood Casino in Perryville, Maryland. And if you've been watching, I said that if I hit it big on one of the machines that I wouldn't be doing the rest of the show. I didn't hit it big, so I'm doing the rest of the show, but I'll try again after the show's over. Well, in the meantime, new guest, Stacy Silva, who's the Vice President of Human Relations. Stacy.
Nice to meet you.
It'll be fine. You'll get through this just fine. I promise. I promise. Well, you're dealing with all these employees anyway. So, how big of an employee lineup or base, or how many people do you have working in this place here?
We're just under 300 employees right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that many.
We have a lot of full-time, part-time, and on-call dealers that come in.
On call, you mean, hey, we had a big crowd, a big bus came in.
Yeah.
Get down here.
Yeah, we got an opening in the schedule. We need extra shifts.
Yeah.
They're always available.
If you want to come down here and get a job, I suppose, you know, if you want to work in the restaurant, there might be some other jobs that you'll train them. But what about if you want to be a dealer, stuff like that?
Sure. Most of our dealers have either worked in another casino or they've gone through an accredited program where they learn blackjack, craps, or roulette, and then we teach them the other carnival games that we have here on site.
All right, 2 questions. First, how do you get this training? Where's this training come from?
There's different programs at different colleges and universities that
it's a college course?
Yes. It's a program that you can become accredited to deal. They're dealer programs, dealer schools that you can go to.
I could have majored in blackjack, but I had to major in education. Who knew?
Are you good at math?
Huh,
Are you good at math? It could have been
count cards?
Well, that's one skill you may want to have.
Well, I know, but if I'm counting cards, I think I'm getting thrown out of the casino. Anyway, so somebody gets this special training, and then you hire them because they have this special training.
Yes, they audition. They audition for us, and then once they pass the audition, yes.
And true or false that you have to be 21?
False.
False.
Where we are currently located in the state of Maryland, you can be 18 to work in the casino.
Does that include the table games?
Yes.
If you're trained?
Yes. All departments, you can be 18.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
many opportunities.
Many opportunities. Could you come in as a slot attendant or whatever and work your way up to be a general manager? And
you could. That would be a very ambitious career path. Yeah. But yes, a lot of our people within our departments progress to other careers within the casino, even in management. So we do try to promote from within whenever we can.
Okay. Well, are there any misconceptions or anything that people don't have the right idea about when it comes to working at a gambling casino?
Most people think they have to have worked in a casino before, and you do not. Other than the gaming positions like table games or poker, everyone else come in with a good attitude, have great customer service skills, and we can teach and train any other position within the casino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And are most of your people here full-time, part-time, or whatever?
We have a strong mix of full-time, where they're offered benefits and other employee perks for being full-time.
What kind of benefits?
Oh, we have everything.
Everything?
From medical, dental, vision.
Yeah.
We have discounts here at the Green Turtle. We discounts in our Rodeo Drive store. There's other programs that we add on for our full-time staff especially their time away from work. It's a very lucrative paid time off program that we offer people for balance. We want them to have balance in their life.
Wow. I had no idea. This is a real deal. I mean, they're real jobs with real benefits, with real money, and everything else. And 300 people love to come here all the time and do a good job for you and for the customers here at the Hollywood Casino.
And if you're ambitious, a lot of our positions are tipped positions, so you can really pave the way of your earning potential.
Gee, I'm gonna have to ask my my boss here if I'm gonna get a tip for doing the show here today. Probably not. Stacy Silva.
Thank you.
Thank you for spending time with me here on Location. And hey, take a look at what follows here. We'll probably look at some more slot machines. You won't see me winning most likely, but we'll be back a little while and we'll sum everything up for you. See, Armstrong just figured out a new way to pay me for doing the show. I've got to stand in this booth and... okay, this might pay for gas. Anyway, what have we learned today? Well, we've learned that the casinos here in Perryville, Maryland, we've learned about different types of gambling machines, all sorts of slot machines. We've learned about the restaurant here and the different training courses here. Oh, gee, we've learned about, how the casino has even outdoor gambling. Can you imagine that? I mean, there's so much here, so much fun. I mean, be careful with how much money you're gambling and all that stuff, but you can have a ride out here at the Hollywood Casino. Anyway, that's our basic Gambling 101 show for you today. We appreciate the time you spent with me. My name is Ken Kiedrowski, and you've been on Location.